good morning, YouTube. How we doing this bright and early morning? Hey, one of my normal spots where I park at night. It just didn't dawn on me. I keep on forgetting. When I park, I got to remember when I wake up, and is someone going to be blocking me in? And I totally forgot that concept because I said, "Oh, I got enough room. They ain't nobody gonna block me in." Man, there was like 4 or 5 trucks in front of me, blocking me in, and I was like, "Man, I don't believe this." But I rolled over, waited it out, and I was like, "Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna try to make this turn because I'll tear this truck up. Everything's going fine. I don't need the drama this early in the morning. Welcome in, welcome in. And let me also say this because I was here on another one. If I haven't said welcome, my moderators will say welcome to you because I'm driving. I can only just I can only see what I can see, guys. You know what I mean? And I apologize if you think I'm not giving you enough attention. But what and back to what I was saying. And I said it is what it is, and I was doing some other stuff in the truck, getting ready to go. I said, well, as soon as they move out the way, and then I lay back down, and I seen one light up, and the first main one got out of my way, and then I had a car hauler next to me that I could have tagged if I'd have made that right turn. So he started up and he left. I was like, okay, now I can get to work. You know what I'm saying? We get to this point where we get so well, I gotta go, I gotta go, yeah. And then wind up tearing stuff up. Now you all this I gotta go, and you stuck because now you done tore stuff up and you probably ain't got a job. So I've learned. I'm not saying I follow this all the time. I've learned to sometimes relax and accept it, and then you keep it from there. You know what I mean? But we're getting down the road, heading down I-81 to South Kakalaki, and getting things done. But I'm going to see what mood I'm in. Either I'm going to have one meal a day, or just go the whole day without eating. I'm trying to jumpstart my internal system because of all this junk that I put in me. I'll just maybe just drink water all day today, and then I'll eat tomorrow. Trying to jumpstart my system and getting back into the routine of things. Again, we're having this big smorgasbord for Thanksgiving. Love my wife to death. You know, um, she's making sure she makes everything we ain't supposed to be eating, but I'm going to be. I gotta get. I gotta clean myself out so I don't feel as bad when I eat that day. Eat those days. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. And I'm trying to convince her not to throw that pork. Them freaking it don't taste no different because she makes her collard greens very spicy. So that stupid pork, them ham hock things, just smoked turkey necks, and I tell lay off the chicken base or beef base and all this stuff. Cut it down to half of what you use because the next day it's condensed and everything's salty as hell. Relax. You can always do less salt because your husband has high blood pressure. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this into people's skulls, but it's about the subject. We're so addicted to one set of thought processes. Well, this is how I do it. But let me tell you, I'm giving you constructive criticism. This is how you do it, but this is the end result. Yes, if you throw that beef base in there, that salt and pepper, but you just look at this. A lot of the seasonings, beef base, salt and pepper, seasoned salt, um, uh, Lowry's this and all of the stuff. Look at the ingredients. A lot of that stuff has salt in it. A lot of that stuff has salt in it. Then you will, oh my God, it's too salty. Once it's in there, it's in there. You can put, if it's a stew or a soup, you can put a raw potato in there and it'll suck some of the salt, but it ain't sucking that much out of there. And the next day, when it cools down and it reheated, it gets condensed in there, and that's it. If you do less salt and say, "Oh, all this needs is salt," just explain. Like Charles said, it's that persona. Yes, you're a good cook, but relax on the salt. Your husband has high blood pressure. Do you see what I'm saying? And when you relax on the salt, if it needs some, all you have to do is take the salt shaker and sprinkle some on it. My father used to, boy, he used to dump it on there. I mean, I'm like, good Lord, dude. I remember those days. But we're so addicted to our train of thought. This is how I do it. I ain't changing for nobody. Dude, times are changing. Times things have changed, times have changed. But we don't want to change, and you don't have to change, but you can modify yourself. You can modify your thinking. We've got. It was so funny. I was looking at this, and now it's not just the men. It's not and they have everything is phobic, homophobic, transphobic. And the fact that you got someone thinking that you're afraid, you have this phobic, you have this fear or something. No, I'm just telling you like it is. Don't shove your thoughts on me. Look, my opinion on the fact is, do you, boo boo? But don't be. If I have a child, I better not come into my kindergarten class and see trans men dancing around and doing all kind of foo crap. And I'm knocking everybody out. It's my job as a parent to teach my child about the ways of the world, which I did a lousy job at, but I still, it's my job. Do you see what I'm saying? It's my job to teach folks that. It's not yours, because you can't even teach 1+1 = 2. The way that new math, you ever see some of that stuff, the division, all the crap that you got to do in this new math? If you don't do it the way they tell you to do it, you fail. And then you got Florida, where these knuckleheads are changing. Oh. There was so many positive things to slavery, not the raping and the pillaging of people and the using them and hanging people upside down and splitting them in two, castrating and raping young men, raping young women. But we're so addicted to the bull crap that we allow this crap to infest everything and everybody. Do you? Everybody talks about liberals and conservatives. The Republicans are not true conservatives. Y'all do know that, right? There are more true conservative African Americans. It is not all of this other mumbo jumbo. Now, don't get me wrong, and y'all can label me all you want. That's on you. I don't care. But the fact is, I got a 30-year-old son. I want a grandchild. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I would like to have a grandchild. But if he comes to me and says, "Hey, Dad, I'm a whatever," The main part of me, I love my son. I'm gonna have to accept it. I could say, look, I ain't happy with it, but you, my son, I love you. Do you see what I'm saying? It's that thought process. We're so addicted. We're so addicted to trying to shove stuff down people's throats. I gotta make you understand. Like you see people with like these vegans. They they got to shove everything instead of saying, look, I just prefer not to kill any animals. Okay, that's that's on you. Good, good. Happy, happy, joy, joy. But the fact is, do you not realize that anything for us to survive, anything you eat is a form of a lie. It's alive somewhere. Just like you don't know that tomato plant, when you're reaching down to grab that tomato plant, it's probably screaming, "Don't take my babies!" You don't know that because it's alive, it's growing. It grew from a seed to something. It's growing. It's not your version of alive, but you can't tell it. You can't tell it it's alive because it's trying to survive. Even that crabgrass on the lawn, it's trying to survive. So we have to kill something to survive. Sorry, we are we are literally a super highway for germs and amoebas and all kind of crap. They say, you got to take this stuff to keep your gut going, and that's all good bacteria, but it's alive. You got other crap in you. You see what I'm saying? There's something in there. We have to, but we're so addicted to. I don't want to kill the poor moo cow. I don't want to kill him either. But I like a double cheeseburger. I'm sorry. Now I might change my mind if I watch them get killed. I'm sorry. I might just change my mind. I couldn't do like the old school. They go out there. We're having fried chicken tonight, and go out there, choose a chicken, and grab him by the neck and wring his neck and pluck him out. I'm like, nah, I'll have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I mean, literally. Charles will tell you. You ever go to one of them chicken plants? He goes to the beef plants all the time. But you ever go to them chicken plants and smell that? You go through that door to get your paperwork, and you're like, oh my God. And you be like praying, Lord, please let me forget this smell. But we're so addicted. We're addicted to the not working for it. We're so addicted to not understanding it. But we're so addicted to my thought pattern is the only pattern that's out there. Like, I'll be 2 seconds on this subject, Israel and Palestine. I'm not jumping in there. I ain't saying jack. I don't know what to tell you on it, but I'm not getting in that. I'm not getting in between that one. But we're so addicted to one side of that. One side is this and one side is that. And you know what? And I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move along before I get canceled. They're canceling Starbucks and everybody else. I'm gonna move along. But the thing is, we get so caught up because we allow the government to change the structure of the family. One, we allow the government to change the structure of the family. A mom's job is to do this, and a dad's job is to do this, and a mom and dad's job together is to do this. That that went out the door. God knows how long ago, and then we wonder why everybody thinking the way they do. Why women are acting. "Oh, I'm more manly than here." Shouldn't you be worried about what you just said? I'm more manly than my man. And maybe because your man was brought up watching your mother get the crap beat out of her, and something in his brain snapped, and he don't want to be mean to women, and he wants to give them whatever they want, and he has the emotional fortitude of a child because he's watched so much stuff go on in his life. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't, we're so addicted to our thought patterns that we don't look at the big picture. We don't look at what happened to everybody in their life. I don't, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I do not. And I refuse to ask my wife about her childhood because I can see it. She's like, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm like, okay. And I ain't even a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I see so much stuff. But guess what? I love you. I'm going to figure out and work around it, and I'm going to support you till you see it. Because guess what? That's just who I am. And finally, I get to let it come out. That's sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to figure out, especially in we talk about relationships. Sometimes you got to figure out. Okay, I'm in another relationship. Seems like it's going the same way it does all the time. First of all, you need to figure that one out. Second of all, I'm in a relationship. Normally, I'll say this, but that never works. How about let me try? Let's try something new, something different. Try a different mode of communication, different mode of understanding, a different mode of figuring out. Because the famous words of a philosopher friend of mine, yo, ninja, don't do that. That ain't gonna work. I did that, and this is what happened. How'd that work out for you? Do you see what I'm saying? We get into this never-ending cycle. This never-ending cycle. I'm still in it sometimes. But I remember years back, not that long ago. Oh my God! I was sitting there talking about my boy Vincent, a boy that I had to cheer myself up just to talk to him because he has chronic depression. Not just this depression that goes. His depression ain't going away. It's a chemical imbalance, and I didn't know that until one day he finally, after 30 years, and we've known each other for 50, he finally explained it to me. And I didn't know that I was doing it too. Because guess what? I was addicted to the old saying, woe is me, my life sucks, nothing's going to change. I let that addiction, and it was like I held on to it for dear life. I held on to not accepting change for the life of me. I'd rather go to my grave. And I didn't even realize I was doing it until one day I was talking about him, and someone said, yeah. They hinted like, "Oh, what you talking about him? You do the same thing." Oh shit, really? Oh snap, really? Wow. But that was the right time for it to be said. That was the right time for it to be accepted. Then that was the right time to start building on change, building on understanding of figuring out who the heck who the heck I am. Who the heck am I going to be? I think I seen you bring it and Tamika come in. Come on, good morning. See, what you guys don't understand, I thrive off of other people's temperament. And a lot of times, if you see I come to back to your channel, it's probably because you got a positive temperament. You laughing and giggling and smiling all the time. And I could have a bad day, but 5 minutes on this digital platform, I watch you, I'm happy again. You don't realize what you do. You don't realize what some people are looking for. You don't realize because see, we're so stuck on the foolishness. I seen another video. And why is it that these people are butt ass ugly? Oh, you taking me to Chili's? Man, who paying? That's the first question I'm asking. Who paying? You paying? Oh, that mean I get free food? Man, free food is delicious. I'm telling you, free food is delicious. But Norma said last night, she said some of that stuff is staged. Because there ain't nobody be that stupid to do that on camera. First of all, if I'm on a date and you pull out your camera and start filming me, that date's done. That date is done. Second of all, I'm not dating no more. You know how people live with the, I get a prenup. The prenup is saying that this marriage ain't gonna know. We working this out. This gonna work. My marriage gonna work. I'm gonna figure this mess out. We gonna figure this out. For Pete's sake, I'm just saying. But we get this to this point. You got bad addictions. I don't know if there's any good addictions because yesterday I'm well. Let's put it this way. I'm gonna say this: when you learn from your situation, then I say it's a good situation. I have a website that I go to, and I went there, and I'm trying to use common sense, but common sense went out the door. Yesterday, there it was, Weeks Farm Machinery Auction went on yesterday, and I'm over there, and I'm bidding on some stuff. I say, hey man, yeah, this is the time. Because all the lawnmower guys, they ain't gonna be looking at this one. It's not the turf auction. The turf auction is the professional lawn care equipment for golf courses. Now this is just the farmers. So the farmers ain't gonna want no lawnmowers. And I'm thinking like this. So I'm bidding on this stuff, And then one of the bids was you place a max bid, right? But it starts out at $5 in increments. So I did a max bid of $100. But I hit the wrong button, and that was my bid was $100. I was like, fuck, and I couldn't delete it. And I'm like, well, now that I'm in there, then I started bidding on other stuff. I had I bid on about $400 worth of crap, and then I'm going, uh-oh, and it just dawned on me. One, I have to put it on one of these credit cards I just paid off. So that's a stupid thing to do. One of these high interest credit cards. This ain't a low interest credit card, a high interest credit card. Then I got to pay a credit card fee. Then I got to pay an internet fee. Then I got to pay some other whatever fee. And I got 3 days to pay it, and I got nothing in the bank. So I'm sitting there going, oh, snap. This is stupid. All this stuff I just did is just as stupid. And then the auction starts. And they start flying through the stuff. And then the mowers that I still come up. My little 100 lasted for 2 seconds, and it was up to 16, 17, $1,800, and then it didn't hit the reserve, so they said they moved it on. Then the next one was 3 grand sold. The next one didn't hit the reserve. Next one, 1,800. Next one. I mean, these big prices, and I learned I'm just a little child in a grown-ups category. These guys got money. Do you see what I'm saying? These guys got money. They buying stuff that I'm sitting there playing around because of my hobby, because of my YouTube channel, that I don't even have the money to actually get it. Because guess what? Now I got to go down there. I got to go 200 miles one way and then 200 miles back the other way, and you know, and hope my vehicle gets there, or see if I can con a child to come help me again. And he probably this one, but no, nigga, not this time. And you know, I'm thinking all this stuff is like, you know what? This was a stupid idea. And you know, and then the last one, you know, I had like $200 on it, and then I sometimes Google this thing. It's a $35,000 piece of equipment. I was like, oh shoot, man, please. You know, you know, I got outbidded so quick, and you know, I learned, okay, if you want to get in, and again, what out of all of that foolishness that I did, I learned one thing. One, do I really need it, or do I just want it? Two, can I afford it, or can I not afford it? 9 times out of 10, I can't afford it. You see what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I cannot afford it. Three, do I have the room? I kind of, sort of, not. Four, um, is this gonna get me in trouble with the missus? Yep. So I took some learning. I took some learning out of this situation, that okay, I need to back it up. I need to back it up a bit, because again, I still have 3 other pieces of equipment that is running and that I am working on to make look better and be better and better, better, better. Do you see what I'm saying? And I need to keep focusing on that. I need to keep focusing on that situation and stop trying to keep buying, 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 and becoming a hoarder, and ain't got no room for nothing. And you know, and I need to focus on getting my lawn growing good enough that I can have something to cut with all this crap that I'm buying. Do you see what I'm saying? The 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 common sense that came out of knowing that I'm addicted to the foolishness, but I'm happy that it didn't go the way it did, because last time I did that, I had to ask Charles to come help me go get this core aerator that I got finally got working. I got 2 working core aerators now, and I don't need 2 of them. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm laughing, ha ha, but it, you know. And then I realized, oh, okay, and another thing, I realized that in my adult life, because I was trying to please everybody in every relationship, I let everybody take everything from me. So I had nothing that was mine, nothing that I specifically own. And I think when I'm buying these mowers, that I'm kind of rehashing that, and I have something that I own. It's something that I appreciate. It's something that I enjoy. You see, there's a film. Normally, I film when I'm mowing. I speed it up a little bit. One of them, I'll That was the speed I was actually going. And I was cutting them turns, and I was like, "Woohoo!" I was just having a ball screaming. And because when you can get on there and that John Deere, you go past two, you're getting it. You're really getting it. And I love because my neighbor's got a long stretch of grass up at the top, and I get on there and throw that John Deere. And I love cutting that thing. They must have he crazy. He cut our lawn. Yep, and I love doing it because I get to have fun on my lawnmower. And you know, I'm also accepting that the healing has a long way to go. Some of this stuff we have to accept when we accept that, okay, yeah, I still got some stuff I'm dealing with, but the stuff that I'm dealing with, it took years to manifest. It's going to take years for it to dissipate. It takes years for it to go away. We can also be addicted to anger and hatred. And I hate all of y'all because one person did this to me. I hate every last one of y'all. All men ain't spit because one man did this to me. All women ain't crap because they did this one woman did this to me. I need attention from you, so I gotta act the fool because that's the only way I know to feel appreciated. I don't know how it feels to get some a flower. I don't know how it feels to say for someone to say, "Hey, I need you in my life." I don't know how it feels to say, "Hey, thank you, good job." You be at work and say, "Hey, great job." Because half the time, the people that are in charge are so jealous because they are faking it till they make it and they're lazy. But you try to do the best job you get to keep your head down and get that paycheck and get the hell out of Dodge. But they take it out on you because they see something in you that you're doing a whole lot better than them at their job. I was so addicted to acting like a dick as a truck driver because the first 10 years of my trucking, I let people walk all over me. And then one day I finally had enough. But then I was acting like a dick, but I was driving like a dick and getting into accidents and hitting things and backing into stuff. And next thing you know, my job is on the line about 7, 8 times. And it dawned on me, hey, stop being a DICK. Stop being a fool and humble yourself and become that person that you want to be. Become that person. Be the person. It's just like the army commercial. Be all that you can be. Be you. I'll be on other people's lives trying to cheer them on because with you talking about, hey, you can do it. You can get up there and do this stuff. You can do lives. You can do this. You can talk. You can, but I try to uplift the other people on the panel. Be like these other folks. They've been doing this for a while. No, be like me. Be yourself. Okay, well, learn from those people up there then. Learn from those people. I put out an open invitation. Folks don't want to do it. I say, hey, come over to my live. You get some practice. Come up here. I'll interview you. We can talk. We cut up. You'll get the practice of being out here, saying this foolishness, figuring stuff out early in the morning. When we started, it was a steady one. Then it became a steady two. Then now, hey, it's a steady four, steady six. Praise the Lord. It could be a steady zero. I'm still going to I'm going to keep on track. But I'm thankful for the steady four right now that I see. It's probably the way the glitch goes. It's probably more than that. But then guess what? You have to, not have to, but it's just a suggestion. Try to look at the positives of even the mistakes that you've done, that you do. The things that you've planned, the things that you work on. Look at even the mistakes and work on, if you can't fix everything, pick something and work on change. Because change is possible. Change is possible. I never thought I would be ziplining thousands of feet in the freaking air, cross valleys, scared to death, and next thing you know, I'm doing it again, and I'm doing it again. God will put people in your life to to cause you to work on change. See, everybody thinks, especially non-believers, think that there ain't no God. Hey, okay, do you, boo boo? But I know that the God that I believe in has subtle tendencies. Just a slight nudge. No, no, I need you to go this way. Because if you go that way, this is gonna happen. I need you to go this way. I need you to do this. If you don't do that, this is gonna happen. And a lot of times, if you it there's a Bible verse: trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to thy own understandings, and always acknowledge him as the director path. I had to study that. And the part that says lean not to thy own understanding, what that means is let go of your instincts. Learn how to trust me, and I promise you, you're going to enjoy the benefits of the end result. you know, you're going to enjoy the benefits. A lot of us have other addictions. We have food addictions, drug addictions, alcohol addictions, exercise and physical fitness addictions. Some of the people that they got to have 0% fat. With the people that have gambling addictions. Some people just ain't happy when they're happy. Tell me y'all don't know somebody like that. You've been in fight mode for so long. Well, I ain't found nobody. You ain't let nobody get you out of that mode. And everything is a fight. Everything is a fight. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't need to be a battle. Man, I remember I remember one time I watched my wife get mad in public, and I actually got nervous. She didn't even yell. She didn't even yell. She sat there in a cool, calm, and cold voice. And it wasn't me. I didn't do nothing. I was like, thank God. She said, who are you talking to like that? And she commenced to verbally lashing this person without even one cuss word or any. And I'm like, I thought I did something wrong. I backed up. I'm like, and then, like I said, I was telling Charles yesterday, I'm not the one. That woman gets protection. She's under my protection. I'll act the fool unless she tells me not to. Unless she puts her hand on my shoulder and say, Darren, don't. No, that's where I'll act the fool. But see, we have these there's so many addictions. People are addicted to certain things, certain foods, certain actions. You know that old saying, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Hey, Odom. What's going on, man? I see Odom and Urban. Good morning. Good morning. You know, our reactions is our defense mechanism. Our reactions are hidden fears, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have to protect yourself. But see, that's why a lot of y'all have you have the chicken coops, you have the gardens, you have the hobbies, you have the tools. That's why when I get over there and I'm working on something and I'm trying to figure this fucking thing out, and I figured it out, and I'm telling you, I had this freaking core area. I talk about all the and I was like, man, I want this thing to work, but I got to spend more money to buy the piece, blah blah. And I said, man, and I looked, I said, you know what? When I went home last time, I got on there with a freaking hammer and whack, whack, whack. I said, maybe this thing is stuck. I said, maybe it's stuck. And then after I whacked on it and I sprayed some the lube in there, and it loosened up, and I'd seen it move more. It moved a whole lot more, and then it did what it did, and then it rolled. I started up and it rose, and then it lowered, and I literally wanted to cry. Not for the monetary reasons. It was because something else that day was bothering me. Something else that day I had built up frustration. Something else that day. Because guess what? We men, y'all call us bitch ass ninjas and everything else because we want to let go and cry. I ain't crying. Go ahead, say it. I know when y'all gonna fucking say it. I ain't crying. But then you wonder why a man goes somewhere and swallows a bullet because he's got no relief valve. You wonder why that guy, why is he always on Saturday night and having, those shots of liquor or whatever? Because he's got no relief valve. We have to have relief valves. We have to have a safe place. But I'll be damned if I tell you something that's bothering me to hurt my feelings that you won't use it against me later on in an argument. It might be not 6 months down the line, be a year or two. But you'll use that shit against me with a fucking quickness. And I'm not complaining, but it's just now I'm having a flashback. I'm having a flashback, but you know what I'm getting at. So we need relief valves. YouTube is a relief valve. I get out here, I get out here and blah 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 blah. Oh shoot, hold up. Hold on. I get out here and yelling and screaming, hey, look at me. Hey, listen to this. Hey, understand this. What is the matter with you people? But then the rest of the day, I'm good. The rest of the day, I'm good. Because I let it go. I let go. We've got so much built up frustration. God, don't act like I ain't the only one. We got so much built up frustration, so much built up anxiety, so much built up anger, so much built up hurt, so much built up. It's an addiction too. We're addicted to holding on to all the bull crap. We're so addicted to holding on. This is all I know. I ain't letting it go for none of you ninjas. All I can say is let it go. I can't tell you how to let it go, but let it go. Let it go. And you don't realize how better you will feel each time you peel a level of that onion off of the crap that you've held on for so long. Each time you peel away another level of the cow manure and all this stuff, each time that you peeled off another layer, we've got folks here that grow plants. We got folks here that are DJs. We got folks here that video game players. We've got truck drivers. We've got ex-military. We've got singers. We've got crocheters. We've got grandmothers and so forth. We've got folks that are decorators. We've got a good family of understanding people. We've got counselors that high school counselors. We've got people that do all kind of stuff. Y'all get a chance. And we've got wellness with Frugal Mama that kisses that beat in the morning. You love that segue? Oh God, I love that. I love it. I didn't even look up. I see wellness frugal mama. Hey, we got wellness frugal mama to help you get that fat off. Stop being addicted to being fat ass and get over there and watch wellness frugal mama and get you some exercise in. She ain't gonna say it, but I can say it. I tried to do it, but I did it one day. It's just 15 minutes, and man, I was worn the hell out. But I need to get it. I need to get it. I need to get it. uh, you better watch out. I might do a commercial. My wife gonna look. What are you doing? Get one of them the wraps that you got on your head. Put it on my head. Say Monday through Friday. Well, there's for Frugal Mama. I do me a skit. Oh, let me stop. I'm having too much fun. Yeah, I'm supposed to be mad right now. But that's another thing. Another relief valve is laughter. Find find that joy that you used to have. I ain't the only one that used to be happy all the time. You know, my our good friends. That's why I follow them. We chase them. We're going on another cruise, and we're going to New Orleans because the vibe that these people have is a fun vibe. I can't wait. See, I'm doing this, and I'm like, I can't wait to December. I can't wait to January. 'Cause we going back on a cruise. I can't wait. Screw this mess. Because that fun, the positive energy. You want to be addicted to something, be addicted to positive energy. Be addicted to positive vibes. Be addicted to be, like Frugal Mom does positive affirmations in the morning. You think nobody be listening, but folks do. Positive affirmation is so much better than the negative. That's what we're going to be talking about. That's tomorrow's count. No, is that Monday? Wait, today's Thursday. Oh, it is tomorrow's conversation. I don't even know, but it popped up in my head. Being positive in a negative world. It's not easy. It's not easy. You don't realize. You don't realize, and you don't understand, and most folks don't. We are living in times where You know, people. You think that I believe there's two different governments. There's one that everybody sees, and there's one that's working behind the closed doors, and they've come up with a 50-year plan or a 100-year plan, and stuff like that to keep people down, to keep us down. And I'm not just talking black and white. I'm also talking poor Caucasian folk. Poor Caucasian folk. We we don't realize it's the same thing. They go through different things in different situations, but it's the same thing. We're going to keep you down. We're going to pit you against each other, and we're going to make sure that you don't realize what we're doing behind these closed doors. We're gonna it's like with the Atlanta thing. Keith Lee came into town. I love Keith Lee. I've been watching him for a minute, and this Ocho Cinco idiot. And even when Keith Lee spoke, they said, "Look, he said it so politely." And then Ocho Cinco, still calling him low key crazy. And Keith Lee still doing the right thing. He back in Las Vegas, helping restaurants that are about to close. Another place he went to gave them good reviews. Now the lines out the door. Atlanta don't want to hear that, because this how we are. We so used to, I'm black and you supposed to just deal with it. You get bad service, but I'm still black, so you're supposed to accept it. Ain't nobody want to go to a restaurant you gotta wait 2 3 hours. You go to the Waffle House in the hood, you ain't waiting 2 or 3 hours. You go to Chili's, you ain't waiting 2 or 3 hours to go to the daggone Cheesecake Factory. You see what I'm saying? But you got to go up in the hood, and everybody dressed to the nines, and everything fried, and you wonder why we got high cholesterol, high blood pressure. You know, brunch that it don't even look like breakfast. Everything salmon, got salmon in it or lobster, and you paying these ungodly prices for this crappy food that they think it's well seasoned because you put a whole lot of seasoning salt on it. Trust me, I know. We went downtown to uh it was some festival downtown, which is all it was all black, and there are all these food trucks. Each one, it looked good, but when you had it, all you can see is all it did was put an extra dubious amounts of seasoning salt. Really? This is what we doing? I mean, really? And then but you can't do the right thing, and nobody can say nothing about it because I'm black. How does that sound? Make that make sense. Give me some good service that tastes good. You gonna get it. This guy makes and breaks restaurants. The real milk and honey. They got people driving by. There ain't nobody in there. People that and you try to call my man out, call him slow. See what I'm saying? You're addicted to the bull crap. You think your stuff don't stink. Well, guess what? The world gonna tell you after a while your stuff stink worse than you think. You know what I mean? Give you a prime example. I was in the Navy on a submarine. When you were down on under that water for more than 30 days, that recirculating air The smell of axle grease. It smelled like strong axle grease. It's so pungent that you don't even know it. You don't know that you stink to high head because you've been sitting in it and you've been stewing in it for so long. You don't know how wretched you smell till you get off that submarine and you say hi to somebody like, oh my God, you need to go take a bath. What do you mean? You don't smell that? You don't smell how wretched you smell? I remember when I came home from a deployment, I had to undress at the front door and then go straight to the bathroom and scrub down. Because that's how bad I was told I stunk. That's the same thing, guys. We're so addicted to our foolishness that we don't know how bad we are funky and stinking until someone has to come up and tell us. I'm just saying. Someone has to come up and tell us. Well, guys, we come to the end of our journey this morning. I just want to say I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me blow off some steam. I actually, once again, I'm going to tell you, I feel good, so I'm going to be laughing and giggling for the rest of the day. So I thank you for plugging your ears and letting me yell and scream for a minute and making me feel good. One day I'm return the favor. But hey, coming up next, Wellness with Frugal Mama. Check her out. Check her out. And once again, for people that are coming in on the remix, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being part of this morning drive, this morning talk. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Thank you, my moderators. Without me, I ain't squat. Appreciate you. Y'all stay blessed. And as always, if you don't think nobody loves you, know that God loves you and I love you too. See y'all tomorrow. Deuces.